many of us have shifted to bicycles to get around when the COVID-19 pandemic hit more than 2 years ago. And cycling has a lot of benefits and advantages, especially when it comes to our health and the environment. And as we celebrate World Bicycle Day today, we take a look at the upside of riding a bicycle. Joining us now live via Zoom is Jack Yabut. He's a trustee and former president of the Firefly Brigade, which is a community which promotes cycling as an environment-friendly and healthy mode of transportation. Good morning, Jack. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Paolo. Good morning, everybody.
It's great to have you, Jack. Firefly Brigade is a citizens volunteer action group founded in 1999, primarily to work for clean air, habitable, and people-friendly environments. Now, tell us a little bit more about your group. You guys have been around for a while, and there has been this great resurgence of interest in cycling. You guys have built a community of cycling enthusiasts.
That's true. That's true. Like when we started in 1999, a lot of people were saying that we were insane. It's crazy to bicycle in very polluted and congested and dangerous Manila. But we kept our heads together and kept our feet moving. And we had this flagship activity called the Tour of the Fireflies that happens every November. And it's been growing. It was growing to tens of thousands. And not only in Metro Manila, but it spread also to other cities in the Philippines and also to other countries. And just before the pandemic, we reached a high level of, counting like almost 10,000 people all over the country in separate cities outside Metro Manila, like Baguio, Tacloban, Davao, joining us. And, but things really changed with the pandemic, from the lockdown. And immediately during the lockdown, people were really experiencing a lot of anxiety and also insecurity because, when you're confined to your own little space in lockdown. So cycling was actually a very important way to find your balance, not only physically, but also in terms of your mental wellness and mental health. So it was a very also effective way to keep yourself. When you cycle going to work, you're able to do it in a safe way because you don't have to be exposed with a lot of people. So cycling became an effective way to, not to keep only your balance, but also to go about your daily life and continue working, continue living during the pandemic.
Right. It was also a great mobility solution considering that so much of public transport wasn't available. And I think it really just goes to prove what you guys have been trying to help people realize is that cycling, pedaling to wherever it is you need to go can be a very effective way of getting around with the great side benefit or main benefit of improving your health. Jack, in terms of sharing the road, we've seen the creation of bike lanes in our country, many of them sort of, retrofitted, for lack of a better term, to existing roads. We didn't quite prepare for this, great interest or resurgence of interest in cycling for health or practical reasons. What are your thoughts on these cycling lanes?
Well, I think the one word to capture it is I'd like to really believe that it's still ongoing. It's a work in progress. As you said, some bike lanes have just been, let's say, maybe improvised or maybe on an experiment or on a pilot. Some really look like they're on their way to becoming a permanent, component of the road infrastructure. And so it's really a mixed, combination of things. And we'd like to see it going forward, wherein there would be more planning and consultation and coordination between the public sector and the private sector and the bicycle users, the road users, and also learn from other countries who have been, let's say, at least 20, 30 years ahead of us.
Right. Jack, the Firefly Parade or Brigade has been around for quite a while. It's had its heyday. It's sort of laid low for a while. But because of this resurgence of interest, what's in store for the Firefly Brigade? Is it going to be another parade? Is it going to be as festive as it used to be?
Yes. We're building up every month. We're having our open critical mass rides to drum up participation and interest again within. And we're building this up until November. you believe? The 22nd tour of the Fireflies. And again, it's not only in Metro Manila, it will also be all over the Philippines because a lot of cycling groups have already, established and grown over the past years. And these are our partners and friends. And they will be joining us nationwide when we do the 22nd tour of the Fireflies.
Well, there you go. You can count on me joining there as an avid cyclist myself. I am so happy to see so many people out on the road. Thank you so much, Jack, for joining us this morning. That was Jack Yabut from the Firefly Brigade.